I was 17 the first time I stayed home alone. My parents had gone to attend a relative's wedding, and I begged them to let me stay behind. The idea of having the house to myself for a weekend felt like freedom. They agreed, reluctantly. The first night was peaceful. I watched some horror movies, made instant noodles, scrolled through reels until midnight. The silence of the house wasn't scary, it was comforting. Not to static, to a channel that doesn't exist. Just a blank blue screen and a low humming sound in the background. Not from the TV, from somewhere else. But around 2:08 am, the living room TV turned on by itself. Then too, steady, slow, as if someone was walking across my parents' bedroom. I thought maybe the remote had slipped between the cushions. I checked. It was still on the coffee table, untouched. I turned the TV off. 10 seconds later, it turned back on. But that lie crumbled the second the hallway light upstairs flickered on. As if she was trying to remember a song she used to know. That's when I heard the floor creak upstairs. Now listen, our floorboards never creak unless someone's walking, and I was the only one home. I didn't move. I held my breath so hard it hurt. Another creak. I picked up a kitchen knife. Just in case, I told myself it was a pipe or the wood expanding. I never turned it on. Each step felt louder than it should have. The hallway was dark except for my parents' room. The angle was from the ceiling corner like a security cam. Like it had been sealed up. I didn't have tools to check, but I swear there was something behind it, or someone. And when it came back, the figure of a woman was sitting on the edge of my bed. Head down, long hair covering her face, still, silent. The closet door was open by an inch. And that's when I noticed something off about the humming. No answer. The door was wide open. I inched closer and closer, holding my breath. The humming sound returned. I crept up the stairs one step at a time, this time closer. I sat on the porch until the sun came up. When I finally went back inside, everything was normal. TV off, lights off, no creaking, no humming. It wasn't just humming. It was a woman's voice, wordless and broken. I stepped inside. Empty, except ... it wasn't echoing around the room. It was muffled, like it was coming from behind the wall. My heart dropped. I didn't even want to look, but something about it pulled me. The wall behind the closet wasn't normal drywall. It looked patched. I backed out and ran downstairs. But when I reached the living room, the TV was on again. The screen wasn't blue anymore. It was showing my bedroom. A live feed. There was no camera in my room. We never installed one. Then the feed glitched. Just for a second, the screen went dark. I turned off the TV. It wouldn't shut off. I unplugged it. The screen stayed on. I ran outside barefoot, phone in hand, calling my parents over and over. I didn't sleep that night. I checked my room. My bed was untouched, but in the middle of the floor was a long strand of black hair. I have blonde hair. I tried to forget it. I really did. But last week, we had workers come to fix a plumbing issue in the walls. They found a hollow space behind the closet. Inside it were bones, child-sized, and a faded red dress, torn and moldy. The humming returned that night. At the exact same time, 2:08 am. If you're ever home alone and hear humming from a wall that shouldn't speak, don't listen too closely. And whatever you do, don't hum back. Subscribe to Parvaz Quest if you want the truth no one dares to say out loud.